Another confrontation today between protesters and construction workers at the site of Langford's Spencer Road interchange. At least that's how it started. But as Czech News reporter John Ackerman found out, today the demonstrators traded in their rhetoric for some hiking boots.
It's another clash of opinions at the site of Langford's controversial Spencer Road interchange, with protesters once again pitched against construction workers.
There was some people that were passionate about their beliefs, and they were expressing them loudly and possibly inappropriately. But after we spoke with them, they had dialogue with each other, and things turned out peacefully.
But this is much milder a confrontation compared to what went on here Friday morning. The workers accused the demonstrators of vandalizing their equipment and threatening their livelihoods, charges the protesters continue to deny. Today, both groups are told they're not welcome here.
Well, we've had all kinds of complaints. People feeling intimidated, afraid to come in because, you see people walking around, especially last week, with people wearing masks and stuff like that. I mean, it's quite intimidating. So some of them had a verbal abuse with some of these people, and we're just wanting them to leave the land here, go to the public land and make their protests there.
But it turns out the protesters hadn't planned on staying here long anyway. Instead, they're hiking the wilderness they say is being threatened by projects like the interchange and the Bear Mountain development.
You can see there's a mosaic up there of Douglas fir, arbutus, and Garry Oak.
The trek takes the better part of the afternoon up the muddy trail on the side of Skirt Mountain. The protesters say you can see prime examples of exactly what their protest is about.
We just wanted to draw attention to what's really happening out here, and it's the destruction of the ecosystems and the loss of habitat.
For some demonstrators, there's clearly a greater issue here than just a conflict between environmentalists and construction workers.
I feel that taxpayers are being gouged to pay for an interchange to serve a multi-million-dollar development that probably very few of those workers that we saw yesterday could afford to live at.
Some of them do admit their fight against the interchange likely won't succeed, but they do vow to continue their defense of the lands that surround it.